Howdy everybody, Sergey Drachev photo over here, and today we're just doing a practical example of how to auto-tune the autofocus on a Nikon D7500. Now I can see 5 types of people watching this video. Number one are people that want to move to Canada. They have no interest in photography, they hardly speak English, they just watch all videos from Canada. They're just learning English, so you guys are doing good. Now you on the right side over there, you're slipping off the sofa. If you understood what I said, just nod. Good. Now category number 2 are Canon users. They will never admit this, that they watch Nikon photography videos, but just in case Canon goes bankrupt, they want to know what's going on with the Nikon. So, good. I will not tell. Now, category number 3 are rich guys that bought a D5 and they don't know what to do with it. So, it's okay, guys. Happens to all of us. Now, this feature, the new auto-tune autofocus feature, right now is only available on a D5, and that's why I mentioned D5. On D500 I had the one before, gave it back, and now the third camera that supports this feature is the D7500, which is a crop sensor camera just like D500, but just doesn't have as much bells and whistles as that one. Cost $1,000 less here in Canada, but it still supports it. And category number 4 are Nikon viewers that are new to photography and want to learn as much as possible, and they don't care what videos they watch. And category number 5 and final, the worst, are the know-it-all that don't know how to let people know that they're experts in their field. So what they do is they watch all Nikon videos with few subscribers, like my channel with 400 subscribers, and they just leave nasty comments. To be fair, before I did this, I watched again the video of a guy I'm subscribed to, Steve Perry. He gives you more kind of like theory and stuff like that. And now we're just doing a kind of, like I said, a practical example with a prime fixed focal length lens. In my case, it's a 35mm. Find a dark spot, preferably away from sun, because if you're somewhere with a pavement, it can cause heat waves that will cause distortion. So you want to be somewhere in the away from the wind, which might affect your tripod, right, or camera, away from the direct sun. And I found this shade over here, right at the shopping center where I just bought this. I bought this lens. See what happens? This way you don't want to have wind. And then he says, don't use a round objects like these. You gotta have a square object, like a box like this, with lots of fine typing, and it should be parallel to the camera, right? So that's why I'm using this case of water. But this thing just don't want to stay in place. Maybe I'll just use this side, because it has white and black, right, and lots of fine print. Okay, so my piece of paper is here, where I'm gonna record the results. Right. So 35mm. Steve Perry recommends 35 times the focal length, which in my case is 1.2 meters. So I'm thinking this should be good. This is like 2 meters, and he says 25 to 50 times your focal length, but he mostly uses 35. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start the camera, and we're gonna shoot in aperture priority. Just go to the lowest setting, Wait, why am I choosing shutter speed? This is I have auto ISO here, right? Where's my yeah, auto sensitivity on. Okay, but I need to change this to probably regular, because this lens does not have a stabilization. Okay, so just position the right now the center point. What am I using here? Let's go to single. We're using metrics. Oh yeah, he was saying switch to single point AFS. Okay, that's what I'm doing. So I'm shooting aperture priority 1.8, auto ISO. Camera selects the shutter speed, so AFS single point. Okay, now we go into live view, and you can see the square is right on the box, right? Live view, and we focus in live view. Okay, and he was saying that you should increase it to make sure that it's correct. Okay, and then press movie record and focus button at the same time. Movie record and focus button at the same time. And then you see this, and it says before proceeding, fix the camera in place and check that it's focused. Proceed, yes. And if it says yes, you must click OK, right? Yep. And so it has been recorded, and we'll just check over here. AF tune. See, -5. So now we're gonna do 12 times the same test. We're just gonna record. So -5, right? And we go back into live view. We focus again. We'll push the same buttons again, movie record and focus mode till we see this. Click yes. And this value has been recorded as -3. See, just like Steve says, the values fluctuate, and that's why you need this. You need to do it multiple times. Back to live view, focus, movie record, this, yes, menu, check, -1. -1. And also one practical thing here that I was a bit confused about is do you need to screw up your focus? When you do this, like after you do like one, right? And no, you don't have to do it. See, now it's -1. Basically all you do once everything is set, Just go to live view, focus, and that's it. And then just check the value. See, 0. So which means that now it did not need anything. Okay, we're doing good. Live view. Oh, -5. See? -5. So there's a method to this madness, right? But it's paramount that you use a tripod. Otherwise you can only make things worse. -4. Okay, how many we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 5 more. -5. So -5 seems like consistent, more or less. -1. -1. -2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Last one. -5. Let me double check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Now we can close this. I like the small size of this lens. Actually, why did I switch it off? I need that one. Okay, now the main secret that Steve Perry discovered. So he says you don't worry about the same numbers, but you gotta cross out the lowest number and the highest number, right? So in my case we have -5, -3, -1, 0, but as you can see there's nothing with plus, so I can cross out 5. And again, he says you don't worry about other 5s. You know, that's one more thing I was confused about. Just take one lowest or like highest number in value, and then one lowest is this one, 0, right? So now we have 10 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 ones, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ones. Then we have 1, 3. Then we have 7, 5, and 2, and then we have 14, right? So, or we can just do it like this: 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 19, 20, 21, 23, 28, right? Let's just see here: 10, 24, 28, 28. And 28, he says you divide by 10, because you have 10 numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you come with you end up with 2.8, right? So in my case, so as you can see, I had -5, -5, -5, -5, right? A lot of -1s, and then -3. So I should either choose 2 or 3, you know. But I had 1, 2, 3. I had 4. I had 4 5s, which each was what is that? The back focusing, front focusing, right? And I had a lot of 1s. So I don't know which way to lean, towards 3 or towards 2. Probably I'll just try, I don't know, maybe -3. So we go in here and we change. See, it's only either 2 or 3. I'll just put 3. See, now it's saved and AF fine-tune is on, and that's it. Let's check. Yeah, it's there. Cool. And this completes the video about how to auto-tune the autofocus on your Nikon D500, D5 and D7500. Thanks for watching.